Hello everyone, my name is Shonda and welcome to my channel. So I am here with my week 1 results with oral Wegovy. So today is Saturday, March 14th. I took my first pill on Saturday, March 7th. So it has been 7 days and I weighed in this morning and I'll get that over with quickly. I lost 3.9 pounds, which I'm very happy with because I was pretty much low carb already. So I honestly didn't expect to lose that much weight, especially since I started taking creatine this week. And sometimes creatine does saturate your cells with water. And so there can be some water retention. So I expected to have 0 weight loss or maybe 1 or 2 pounds. So I'm really, really happy with 3.9 pounds. That was, I did not anticipate that. Now, the way oral Wegovy works is that you have to take your pill on an empty stomach with no more than 4 ounces of water. So I took mine probably with less than an ounce of water. And you have to wait at least 30 minutes after taking the pill before you eat or drink anything. So for me, I took the smallest amount of water possible to take the pill. It's a very, very, very small pill. I did not bring the pills down here with me, but if you've ever taken a Claritin, that's about how small the pill is. It's very small, so you don't need a lot of water to take it anyway. So I normally just take the tiniest sip of water in my mouth, toss the pill in, and then I wait. I don't think I ever waited less than 45 minutes after taking the pill before I ate or drank. I think that the absolute minimum time I waited was 45 minutes. Sometimes it would be an hour or 2 hours. I did not track to see if there was a difference in between waiting an hour or 2 hours and how I felt or how the pill behaved. I did not track that. But first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And usually what I would do is, like, if I wake up at 6 or 7 to use because I tend to wake up kind of late. But if I woke up at like 6 or 7 in the morning to use the bathroom, I would just go ahead and take the pill immediately. That way, by the time I actually did get up, and I'm ready for my coffee, it's like 8 or 9 o'clock and I've waited long enough. I did brush my teeth. I would wait at least 15 minutes before brushing my teeth. So there were mornings like today where I just kind of woke up and took the pill and got up. So on days like that, I would, I'm sorry, I have hot flashes and I'm about to burst into flames over here. Oh, shoot. So I would brush my teeth. I would wait 15 minutes before brushing my teeth. And when I brushed my teeth, I would be really careful not to swallow any water or any toothpaste whatsoever. I just kind of ate organically when I felt hungry. On Saturday, I really, because I didn't have a lot of the medication in me, right? Because it's going to take, especially taking it orally, it's going to take time for the medication to build up in my system. So I'm like, this is probably going to be the hungriest day for me is day 1. And I wasn't very hungry, but I forced the food down. I forced it down. And I did that just by eating all day. I basically ate all day. And I managed to get in like 2,200 calories almost, which is way more calories than my maintenance level of calories. At least I think it is. I don't know. But my goal here is to try to eat 1,500 to 1,700 calories a day. I feel like that's respectable. And I have a protein goal of 125 grams. So I try to meet that every day. And day 1, I got in like 162 grams of protein. Like I was getting it in. Now, and even the next day, Sunday, I was able to get in about 1,200 calories. By Monday, I started feeling like a fullness, right? Like, because it delays gastric emptying, right? So it delays the emptying of your stomach when you take this medication. And I'm normally a number 2 every day kind of girl. And so I had not gone since Saturday morning. So Sunday I did not go, and Monday morning I did not go. So by Monday afternoon, I'm feeling very full, very heavy. I had ordered some Miralax by this time, and it had arrived. So I took a full dose of Miralax on Monday and Tuesday. So I was finally able to go on Wednesday, and I was able to go on Thursday. I'm trying to find a good rhythm for taking the Miralax because I don't want to have the runs, but I do want to be able to go. So I have not taken the Miralax since Tuesday. I'll probably take a full dose today and a full dose tomorrow. I just have to find a rhythm with it. I have done this before. A long time ago, I took a weight loss drug called phentermine, which is a stimulant. So it makes it difficult for you to do a number two. And so I was able to find a good rhythm. I think I ended up taking I would take a full dose once, and then I would wait a day, and I would take 2 half doses or whatever. I'll find a rhythm. I've also been trying to get in some fiber. I'm low carb, so I'm not eating a lot of fibrous foods, I should say. But I've been using chia seeds. I've been putting a tablespoon of chia seeds in my protein shake. I've been making my protein shakes around, I think my protein shake gives 26 grams of protein. And depending on how hungry I am, if I'm hungry, I'll eat food with the protein shake. So I'll have the protein shake and then I'll eat, or I'll eat and then have the protein shake. So I've been doing that. And a tablespoon of chia seeds, I believe, gives me 9 grams of protein. 9 grams of fiber and 6 grams of protein for 3 tablespoons. And like I said, I just put that in the protein shake. I've been making my protein shake using half and half because that's what I have. I'm not buying almond milk. The way I make my protein shakes, I don't like them with just water. It's kind of gross that way. But I don't want to have to buy almond milk and then have to buy the expensive almond milk that doesn't have all of the carrageenans and gums in it. I don't want to have to do that. So instead, I just use 3 tablespoons of half and half and the rest water. And then that gives me the creaminess of an almond milk or a macadamia milk without having to buy anything extra. Love it. And it gives me some extra calories, right? Because the almond milk and macadamia milk is very low cal, whereas by putting 3 servings, or actually 4 servings, 3 or 4 servings. So, and each one has 40 grams, right? So I'll put 120 grams of half and half in my protein shake. And so that gives me 160 calories from that, plus the calories from the chia seeds, plus the calories from the protein shake itself. So that gets me a nice caloric boost. Because what I don't want to do is overeat and undereat. I don't want to undereat calories and crash my metabolism. So there were days during the week where I just struggled to eat and I couldn't force it. But my goal is to have it all kind of average out in the end. And so on those days when I'm eating 2,200 calories or 2,000 calories, which is more than my goal, it kind of balances out those days which I'm not eating. So I'm thinking all of that kind of came out in the wash over a 7-day period. So fingers crossed. What else? Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I'm still working on the movement piece. I'm still working on that. I did some walking in place and things like that. Nothing really formal. I'm really just it was week 1. I'm really just trying to figure stuff out. I did have ChatGPT give me a small beginner workout program that I can do that won't take but 15 or 20 minutes. So I would like to start doing that a couple of days a week. ChatGPT recommended 3 days a week. I'm going to call it a success if I get in 2 days a week. But I do need to get in more movement, more walking and stuff like that. That's still a goal of mine. I feel like I'll definitely have better results if I incorporate more movement. I have noticed, in addition to the feeling of fullness. It's been better today, but I don't know if that's because I've been able to number two, so I don't know what's causing the fullness, or it might just be because that fullness might have been because I ate so much on day one. Those 2,200 calories might have still been in there, and also might have been just me like adjusting to that feeling of how it feels to be on this medication. I'm not sure. I've definitely noticed increased thirst, especially in the afternoon. I am extra thirsty. I am more thirsty than ever. I think on the first couple of days, I probably had about 40 ounces of water, but on later days, I definitely was doubling that. So I've been having anywhere from 5 to 10 glasses of water, plus my other beverages and stuff like that. So that's been something that I've noticed. What else? I've not been sleeping well, but that is normal for me to not sleep well. I've been trying magnesium and other things to sleep, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not sleeping well. I've noticed an increased heart rate, but that's something that I also have. I have increased heart rate sometimes. So I'm uncertain if the increased heart rate or the lack of sleep is just me or if it's attributed to the medication. I have cut my alcohol consumption. I will say that a lot of times I have a couple glasses of wine at night because that helps me go to sleep. They say that alcohol diminishes the quality of your sleep, and I get that, but sometimes without it, I don't sleep at all. Like I just cannot fall asleep. And so I'm weighing having a couple of glasses of alcohol, and being able to fall asleep and have shitty sleep, or not consuming any alcohol, not being able to fall asleep at all and having shitty sleep. It's a double-edged sword, I guess, So still working on being able to sleep. And I feel like that's about it. It's gone pretty well. I have not had any nausea. I'm on the lowest dose. I'm at 1.5 milligrams of oral. I have not had any nausea whatsoever. None. Not a moment of it. Not a single speck of nausea. Not for a second. So for me, the only side effects that I've had are the constipation and the feeling of heaviness. I'm happy with my weight loss. We're going to move here on to week 2 and see how things go. Also, I've been putting protein in my coffee. That's something that I was already doing, though. So to get that protein in, I use Premier Protein ready-to-drink shakes as my coffee creamer. I've also been using MCT oil. MCT oil makes me use the bathroom. And so normally I don't use a lot of MCT oil. I normally only use maybe a teaspoon in my coffee, maybe sometimes, maybe. But lately I've been putting like a teaspoon, like 2 teaspoons in my protein shake and a teaspoon in my coffee, to also help with regularity. I've been consuming more olive oil, to help with regularity. I have not had any issues with consuming too much fat. I know some people say on a high fat diet with the medication that it messes with them. I have not had an issue with that. I've been eating anywhere from 50 to 150 grams of fat, and I've been okay. But also my body's used to that. I normally eat low carb, high fat, so my body might just be used to that. But I have not had a problem eating ketogenic, low carb, high fat, no problem whatsoever. So it's been well. It's been good. I'm going to, like I said, move on to week 2 and see how things go. I did take some measurements. I didn't take my measurements until Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? No, Monday. I took my measurements on Monday because I needed a new tape measure. I wanted one that was digital because I feel like that's easier, and has an app because I feel like it's easier to take your measurements that way than when you're trying to hold it and trying to get in the mirror and look. I do need to take some pictures. I do plan to take some pictures tomorrow. I'm not going to take pictures every 30 days, I don't think. I'm probably retake my measurements every 30 days, but I'm not sure how often I'm going to take pictures. I have not decided that. Well, not every 30 days, but every 4 weeks. So I'll probably take pictures every 4 weeks, maybe, but I will definitely redo my measurements every 4 weeks. But yeah, first week in the books went well, and I'm looking forward to week 2.